Welcome back, everybody. As I mentioned yesterday on Red Squared, Facebook, and some of my other social platforms I belong to, we went on a trip yesterday and bought a couple more engines. I didn't post video of this one the other day, but some of y'all remember I did post video of it running afterwards. Built a set of skids for my 46 model Maytag Twin. Well, yesterday, went over up to Laverne, about 30 miles north of here. Picked up two more. One of them's a 44 International LB. A video of it up running yesterday. And the other one was this nice little 1940 model Maytag Twin here. Bought this one for my soon-to-be wife. She's pretty happy about it. But as you can see, it didn't come with any kind of skids or anything. So today we're going to get busy and build another set of skids similar to the ones like that. It may change a little bit, I'm not sure. Those worked out pretty good. I did run into one problem. My kick pedal, when I kick it, it hits right here, but I've got the straight pedal on mine, and hers has got the offset, so it might actually work and not hit, so we'll see. But anyway, let's get this engine off the workbench and out of the way, and we'll get some lumber up here and get busy. Follow along if you'd like. Alright, the way I build these is really pretty simple. Just two before, and I've got a one before over there for the cross pieces. So the first thing you need to do is find a tape measure. I make them 2 foot long. Hopefully I've got enough board here. If not, I've got another one outside in the truck. And I make the we're going to cut this board right in half. It'll be about a 1/16 of an inch shy of 2 foot, but it'll be all right. This was 8 foot 2 before. Yeah, that'll work. So just cut this board right in half. That'll be our 2 runners for the sides, and then I'll take the one before, and I think I cut those 12 inches. I'll have to double check on that other one to make sure, but I think that's what they were. So we'll go ahead and get this cut. Get the saw out. We'll cut this board off. You can make these with pretty simple tools. I've got just a cheap skill saw here. I've got a jigsaw I cut the sides out with for the, I'll show you that here in a minute, the way I cut for handles. A bandsaw would work better. Maybe one of these days we'll upgrade to a bandsaw. two legs. Set them off to the side. And we'll grab, this is all just dimensional pine lumber you can get from your local hardware store. Our hardware store, which incidentally is where Tasha works, but they carry pretty good 1x4 materials. So 2x4s, sometimes leave a little to be desired. But, all right, let's measure this. Yeah, I cut those 12 inches. I think we'll do these the same way. No, we're going to go 13 inches on these. I think 13 might be a better number. I think it's about an inch wider than the last set. Last set I built was my first time to ever build any. I was still kind of figuring out what worked and what didn't. Just cut these off. With this board. Okay, I'm not sure how much of that last section of video laying this out we got and how much we lost. My phone evidently decided it was out of storage space. So anyway, I'll show you what I got laid out here for the two skids. We've got on each end, the way I do it, I measure 5.5 inches in, and then I believe it's 3.5. Yeah, 5.5. That's why that looks different. I measured 5 there. Oops, I made a goof. Okay, well, yeah. We'll have to correct that right quick, so let's do that. Anyway, I thought this angle looked weird. Measure 5.5 in, and 5.5, then in 3.5 here, and then split this in half, and you'll just cut this. Of course, this angle will come down to here, but cut that out, and that makes you a nice little handle. So anyway, let's relay that out and fix our little boo-boo, and we'll get these cut out. This is where a bandsaw or something like that would be nice, but I just use a jigsaw. It doesn't make the smoothest cut, especially cutting with the grain, but I've got a sander. We can clean it up. So, yeah, let's fix our mistake and get these cut out. Again, for the sake of accuracy and easiness, we'll just line them up that way. And flush. Yeah, that layout looks a little better. Okay, get the jigsaw out, cut one of these out. I'll show you what that looks like. Like I said, the jigsaw doesn't make the smoothest cuts, but I'll take the sander in here in a little bit after we're done, and we'll smooth all that up. It turns out pretty nice when you're done, but as you see, that makes a pretty good solid handle to grab a hold of. So anyway, I'm not gonna make you watch me cut all 4 of them. I'll go ahead and stop the camera here for a minute. We'll cut all 4 of those off camera, and we'll be back. All right, we got our 2 handles made. Now this one here, I didn't realize when I drew it all out, got a little character in it. I think it'll be all right. So anyway, the next step after this is get you a good sander and just sand it all down smooth. Okay. Now, after I get all of them sanded, that's 100 grit sandpaper there to, take off the big stuff, and then I'll use 150 and go back over it. And when I do the 150, I'll just take my sander and I kind of round off the edge here. Makes it a little easier on the hands. But anyway, that's one side done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the sanding off camera. I know that's probably pretty boring for you all to watch. I wouldn't want to watch it. So I'll be back after we get all these pieces sanded and shaped and ready to go together. I'll show you how we put it together and how we finish it and bolt the engine onto it. So we'll be back shortly.